It is the end of Dragonflight Season 2, so if you didn't get to 1800 rating on your Demon Hunter in solo shuffle yet, I am here to help. Do not panic. Let's start with the talents. First, we have the Essence Break spec, which has a lot of burst potential, but it can also be countered at higher MMR. For example, if you try to use your Essence Break to set up your big blade dance damage, a warrior, for example, might disarm you while you're casting I-Beam so he can stop that burst. So you basically lost your burst window. The second spec, it's the Inner Demon and Shattered Destiny combination. This spec has more damage uptime and gives you more metamorphosis duration, making you resist a lot more, and also it cannot be that easily countered, since you're heavily relying on your Inner Demon that comes from your Chaos Strike when you're in Metamorphosis. The way I got my 1800 is by playing the Inner Demon spec. I prefer to play that for shuffle, and I use the Essence Break spec mostly for 2v2 and 3v3. For PvP talents, I usually default to Reverse Magic because it can dispel for you and your allies Frost Novas, Hammer of Justice, all types of harmful magical effects. Glimpse, of course, because Vengeful Retreat makes you immune to CC while you're in the air and reduces damage until you fall. You can use this very well with the Hunt to make sure that you're not going to be rooted or CC'd while casting it, so you cast Vengeful Retreat and then the Hunt. And for the third slot, for more damage I go with Chaotic Imprint, which is very useful because it increases the target's damage taken from a random School of Magic by 10% for 20 seconds, and you basically use Throw Glaive on cooldown anyways. I switch to Detainment only if I want my Imprisoned to act like a Cyclone and the target to be immune to damage, because I probably need more CC on a very dangerous target. But I haven't been picking that talent lately, to be honest. Or I pick Rain from Above when it's a double melee and I get absolutely trained and I need to get away. Very important, do not use Rain from Above if you play against mages or hunters or any range class, because they can kill you while you are in the air. Okay, that's it with the talents. Now for race, the best race to play a Havoc Demon Hunter these days is a Night Elf. Because Shadow Meld is very strong compared to Power Torrent, because you can negate spells like Chaos Bolt, it makes you non-targetable. If a hunter, for example, casts Aim Shot, and we know the one-shot capability of Aim Shot, so you basically can go into stealth and negate that. It's a very strong spell overall. Whereas Power Torrent relies mostly on RNG to dispel one magical effect from the enemy and giving you some fury. You don't need that much fury generation from Power Torrent because you're gonna use Consume Magic anyways for fury generation, Immolation Aura, Fell Blade, and Sigil of Flame. The stats order should be Agility, Versatility, Mastery, Haste, and Crit. We rely heavily on versatility and mastery, because versatility increases our damage and healing done, and decreases our damage taken, of course. And mastery increases our overall chaos damage and movement speed. For the gear, you want to have your 4 tier set items, the Kinslayer's Burdens, and you want to use your chest slot, your head slot, legs, and shoulders for those. For neck, you're gonna go with the Conquest item that gives you versatility and mastery. For the back, you can get the Undulating Spore Cloak, or you can get the Conquest back. I use the Conquest back for 1800, but if you want to go for 2k or above, you might need to craft more items. For example, I use the Conquest Belt and the Conquest Bracers, but the Lifebinder Bracers and the Lifebound Belt are better because they give you more mastery. Hence, I have the Conquest ones, feet the same. You can also get the Infurious Boots if you want to. For the rings, you get one Conquest ring that gives you versatility and mastery, and then you craft Signet of Titanic Insight, which gives you Verse Mastery and also gives you a gem slot. For trinkets, you get the trinket that gives you primary stat for 20 seconds on chance, not the usable trinket, the equip one, and obviously the medallion. And for weapons, I got both Conquest weapons that gives you Verse and Mastery. Now let's cover enchants. For the weapons, you want to get Sophic Devotion for stats, which is the best enchant, or if you want a little bit more dot damage or to troll, you pick Shadow Flame Wreath. Or you can combine them, pick one Shadow Flame Wreath and one Sophic Devotion. For the chest, you're gonna get the Waking stats. Back, Regenerative Leech to get that small leech percentage, because, you know, Blizzard loves nerfing us on every defensive ability we have. Same with the Bracers, we go for Leech. On the legs, you get the Fierce Armor Kit that gives you Agility and Strength. Planesrunner Breeze for your boots, which gives you some speed. Mastery for the rings. For gems, now for this, don't forget to do at least 3 of your Vault slots, but, you know, if you're doing solo shuffle, you're doing that anyways. And if there's no gear you need anymore from it, pick the tokens of merit and get you some volcanic sculptor, which applies a gem slot on various items. And on those gem slots, you will pick Zen Netherite, which gives you 70 mastery and 33 versatility. Now let's talk rotation. And let's just start with the Essence Break one. It's worth mentioning that I don't really like to play with Furious Throws. It gives me more damage, but the free cost of Throglaive just throws me off my game. Throws me, get it? And I usually like to go between Burning Hatred, Immolation Aura gives me more fury, or Netherwalk for those situations where I'm getting heavily focused. So with that in mind, let's start with the rotation. Now, the Essence Break rotation relies heavily on your Blade Dance while you're in Metamorphosis after you cast the Essence Break. That's your biggest damage dealer. So we're gonna start with Immolation Aura, Throglaive on cooldown, give me some Fell Blade for fury generation, Eye Beam, Essence Break, and then Blade Dance. And that's essentially it. You can, after that, go like Glimpse, the Hunt. Also, you have Father to the Flame and you want to cleave this. Also, for maximum efficiency, you want to start with filler options, so you want to make sure that your target doesn't go away. And of course, when you're using your actual Metamorphosis ability, you can use your Blade Dance on cooldown so you can have the Mortal Dance effect on your healer. But if you see that your Essence Break cooldown is almost over, try to save Blade Dance and use Eye Beam or Meta to get you in that Metamorphosis state and use Essence Break plus Blade Dance. Sometimes I miss this rotation, but when I don't miss it, it's a lot of burst damage. Now the Inner Demon build. So you essentially go Immolation Aura, let's go Fell Blade, Eye Beam, casting Chaos Strike so you can get a demon, Blade Dance, you can also spam Chaos Strike, but then again you can Metamorphosis, another Chaos Strike for another demon, then Eye Beam because your cooldown is reduced, and another Chaos Strike, so you have a lot of demons right there, a lot of uptime damage. And again, of course, you can Glimpse, the Hunt, and carry on. For your CCs, you mostly want to use failure option on your kill target and CC everyone else with Sigil of Misery, Imprison, and Chaos Nova. You can also CC your main target on Chaos Nova if you want to, but make sure you're benefiting from Isolated Prey so you have an increased stun duration. Alright, so I hope this guide has been helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below or join our Discord, the link is in the description. I hope you'll get your 1800 before season 2 to get that sweet elite set. Yes, it looks like Night Fae. And if I missed something on this guide, let me know. Also, if this helped you, give it a like and subscribe for more. See you in 10.2. Peace!